Alrighty, what's good, YouTube? It's been years. I'm older now. I think different now. Everything about me has improved, and I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be real with y'all. The content's gonna be a little different. I done learned. I done took some time away. I done learned new shit now. So, like I said, content is gonna be better. Anyways, it's B-Man Reacts, and we're back at it with another video. If you remember correctly, last time I had a gaming channel, then I switched to this. But as y'all know, I be on my Corey X Kenshin type ish. You feel me? So I'm not that consistent. But now, I for at least the first 3 months, I'm gonna be mad consistent. Y'all gonna be seeing a lot more videos coming from me. I'm lucky got my allergies kicking right now, so y'all may be able to tell, but I'm gonna be a little bit more consistent. But anyways, today, this video, and I'm probably gonna be able to relate to this video. It's called The Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Honestly, like I said, y'all gonna get my unfiltered raw opinion. Y'all already know this. Y'all been knew this. This ain't nothing new. Anyways, without a further ado, let's
care
get into
about
the
other
video.
people's opinions. That's what I think is the number one thing. When you step outside and you do what you do, dress and live for yourself, for the satisfaction.
What the
Every
fuck?
time Gohan humiliated his opponent
Oh
against
my gosh, my fault, y'all.
Care about other people's opinions. That's what I think is the number one thing. When you step outside and you do what you do, dress and live for yourself and for the satisfaction of yourself. A lot of people do that just so someone can tell them that they're pretty. But the person that you should be waiting to hear "I'm pretty" from is yourself.
Real talk.
Well, aren't you the confident one? Another proud Namekian soon to be begging for mercy just like all the rest.
Shut the hell up.
We don't give a
Jesus!
Nothing you say or do will ever make me admit you're cool.
You know what, Benson? I just realized something. We don't care what you think.
Now, what I'm gonna say to that is, honestly, a lot of people will say, "Oh, if you don't care about anything, you're not gonna succeed. If you don't care about anything, shut the fuck up." Honestly, if you don't really care about things, I say to a certain degree, people are correct about if you don't care about anything, you won't succeed. But it depends on what form of media you're doing. Like if you're doing YouTube or you're trying to be a successful businessman, take constructive criticism. However, don't care too much about the hate because they're not in your shoes. If they ain't did it, don't even take what they say for real, for real. Obviously listen to it, but when you care too much about what other people think, it's gonna make you think twice about doing something, whether you should or shouldn't do something. And you should never want to feel like you can not do something because, oh, so and so said, so I'm going. So you see what I'm saying? But honestly, you have to care about something to a degree. But honestly, the world really works in opposites. It's the rich people act poor and poor people act rich. Honestly, the world works in opposites. So what do you think by that logic? If we use that logic, what do we think? If you care, you're going to succeed, or if you don't care, you're going to succeed. Or I should say pretending like you don't care, because you do care. You care just enough, but it's like if you fail, it's like, okay, I'm going to do the next best thing. But if I don't, okay, we didn't made it. And honestly, that's how you got to trot through life. You have to not care to a degree.
They don't care what other people think.
In a world where everybody has their opinion to give, showing more and more hate as time goes on, it's very important to be secure in yourself. Because how can any man
y'all can hear that
on the outside conquer you if you have already conquered everything on the inside?
See, that's what what he just said. How can somebody conquer you on the outside when you already conquered it? See, he's picking up what I'm putting down. And come on.
Art of not giving a f, some call it. Similar to the art of being yourself, but this is after you find and understand yourself. To be successful in a way that will fulfill you and to contribute to your true purpose that will ultimately help the world, you gotta be unapologetically yourself and walk in that and accept whatever repercussions and judgments that come alongside that. With that, let me explain to you all the art of not giving a f. Life is all about push and pulls. The more you care about something, normally the opposite direction it goes. Don't believe me? Well, just try meeting a girl and you automatically start texting her 24/7. You start telling her how much you completely care about her and you want to devote your life to her, and see how quick she goes to you. On the opposite side of that though is,
nah, that nigga ain't lying. Now I'm about to tell y'all what he's finna say. It's gonna sound toxic to all my female viewers. If there's any female viewers, y'all may not agree with it, but it is what it is. What he just said is some truth to that. It's like the more you care, especially with girls, it's like when they see that you care too much, they really be like, ugh, it is what it is. But when you don't care, it's like, it's just so fucked up. Because if you treat a girl like shit, she gonna want to talk to you more. But if you don't care, if you care too much about it, she's gonna want to walk away from you. And honestly, I ain't gonna lie, experiencing that, it's a lot of truth to it. It has been plenty of girls I didn't talk to in the past, and I didn't care and they wanted me more, and I'm like, bro, I don't even give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck if you die right now. Like, shit, it is what it is. And then there's been girls I've cared about or pretended that I cared too much about to see what would happen, and a lot of them left. Hey, it is what it is. It's a dirty game. But the less you care, I promise you, the more they're gonna want you. It's like, it's an emotional roller coaster. And a lot of women, especially women, since they tend to be more emotional, they like being put on that emotional roller coaster. So you have to kind of lead with that, but that's a topic for a whole nother video.
is whenever you don't care, something magically happens to the world around you. It's like when you don't care about something, it forces the energy or the person on the other side of that to care. It puts value on you as a person. Because if you don't care about a lot of things, whatever you do care about must be really worth caring about, including your art. Here's a quick thing you can do to test this in real time. Everybody that you've been talking to lately, and you've just been open and sharing things with them, you know, your mom, your sister, your best friend, whoever, just go 3 days without telling them stuff. Be a little bit more reserved, uninterested in communicating, and see how much closer they pay attention to your words, how less likely they are to hop on their phone mid-conversation. Businesses that are always sold out or only have limited drops for products always sell out within the first week. And whenever you look at their designs look like bullshit half the time.
Real.
It looks like they quite literally didn't give a fuck while making it. But that's because there's value in the uninterested. There's value in scarcity. A person who is really good at doing this is Duke Dennis. Like, Duke used to just yap all the time.
In 100K, baby, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see these waves? A beat, I was trying to beat a case. Yo,
oh my gosh, and girls be dick sucking the fuck out of him.
Oh my gosh, Duke!
He'd say the most
bro.
randomest-ish in his videos, and he was pretty much a normal dude. That was, of course, until, you know, he got money and he got famous and all that. But the reason why so many people are interested in Duke Dennis, especially the woman, is due to his unbothered, uninterested demeanor. Guys rush to take pictures of him, validate him.
The next person I think is Duke. Duke is gonna be good. Wait, what? Wait, huh? Gonna be good. Wait, whoa. Wait, what the? Yo, I believe that Duke is going to be good. What makes you say that? I can see it. I can see it.
Women rush to take pictures with him, validate him, compliment him. And no matter who it is, how pretty, how rich, how famous, it seems like he really doesn't give a fuck.
Look at this shit. Low-key, that's some aura right there. I can't even hate, but like, goddamn, y'all be having this dick down y'all throats a lot of the times. See what I mean?
Duke Dennis was so.
And just like I said, when you don't give a fuck, it forces the opposing energy to give a
real.
It's almost like the more he doesn't care, the cooler he looks. Something that could be perceived as lazy or corny on someone else instead turns into cool, nonchalant, and effortless.
If she look at you more than once, tell her to come here, bro.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
So now, due to that unbotheredness and his already scarce public image, it forces others to wonder about him and want to see more of his life. And the only other place you can see him is in his art. So anytime he posts something, the interactions and engagements is off the chart, because due to that scarcity of his accessibility, it lets people know unconsciously that since he doesn't post often, when he does post something, it's worth listening to. And now no matter what he does, it goes viral.
From here on out, just be you. Just be yourself, bro. Don't worry about what nobody else saying about you. Don't worry about what nobody else talking about. Just be you. Just be yourself. Wanna know why? Because at the end of the day, bro, they gonna have something to say about you.
This right here, peep game, peep game. He ain't lying. They talked about Jesus Christ. What you think they gonna say about you? They talked about the perfect being ever on this earth. about him, whether it's to his face or behind his back, what you think they gonna do to you? Especially if you're nobody or just the average man. They're gonna talk about you too. That's why you just gotta honestly not give a fuck. And it used to blow my mind, especially when my family members be like, "Why are you so nonchalant? Why do you seem so unbothered or uninterested?" I'm like, you just have to carry on and not care. Or some of my family members, "Oh, you seem like nothing can get to you." I obviously things can get to me. I'm still a human being, but like, I don't let shit phase me. You can't let shit phase you, honestly, in life. Because the more you let shit phase you, the easier it is to be manipulated and hurt and all sorts of shit. You really gotta go cold shoulder, like, honestly, especially if you're a man. Like, ooh, it's bad if you're a nigga. You really gotta go cold shoulder and handle your shit behind closed doors. But out in public, you gotta make it seem like you fine. You could be suffering on the inside. Like, I could be suffering on the inside right now, and I guarantee you 90 to 95% of people that know me would not or could not tell that I would be going through something. I could be going through depression, having anxiety, stress, and all of that, and they will not know or care. And if they do care, they don't know that I'm going through it, and part of it's because I wouldn't tell anybody. I'm private about my life, but it matches me specifically. If you're a person that is open, outgoing, and stuff like that, then obviously they're gonna know. But if you're somebody like me that's reserved, calm, nonchalant, cool, chill, monotone, sometimes stuff like that, then it's gonna be a lot different. You have to tread through the water differently than a person that's the opposite of you.
Regardless, if you're doing good, they gonna still talk about you. If you're doing bad, they gonna talk about you anyway.
Shit.
Man, just be you. Just
He's
be
cooking.
yourself.
Cooking with hot oil.
Mind your own business, and don't worry about what people in the street saying about you, bro. There's one thing I don't really had to teach myself. I gotta constantly remind myself, like, bro, they gonna talk about you anyway, but they talked about Jesus Christ, bro. What makes you think they ain't gonna talk about you the same way? They're gonna talk about you even worse, bro.
Another reason it's so important to not give a fuck when creating is because some of your best work comes from whenever you don't give a fuck. A lot of times we as artists let the fear of rejection due to others' expectations, but also more times than not, our own imaginary fears get to our head and stop us from creating the thing that we actually want to create. Somebody who I see combat this time and time again, even if in the midst of this some of his work is straight malarkey, is the zesty vampire himself, Playboi Carti. Shout out, he's also a fellow Virgo. Playboi Carti, despite all the hate, has been going through this cycle since the beginning of his career. Around 8 years ago, around this exact same time, Playboi Carti was coming up with the new era of SoundCloud rappers. But Playboi Carti was different. He had a sound that stood out above the rest. He used synths, 808s, and wave transitions that felt like a glimpse into the future. It wasn't long after the release of his song titled Magnolia that he garnered a cult-like following. And as I explained earlier with Duke Dennis, it seemed like
honestly really more than top three, but I'm gonna just name off the people off my top head, the top most people that's currently dick sucked in today's era. NBA Youngboy. Niggas want to walk like him, talk like him. I remember when I was in school, niggas would be sagging their pants, having their pants hanging off their ass, walking like this nigga, talking like this nigga, like on Baton Rouge, speaking nigganese and all type of shit. I'm like, bro, this nigga don't know you. Get his dick out your mouth. Then you got Duke Dennis. The hoes just love Duke. They love them some chocolate, tall, dreadhead, tattoos, all of that. Oh yeah, you know the hoes gonna dick suck. Then you got Playboi Carti fans. You look in the comments of anything Playboi Carti related, boy, I tell you, it's gonna get wicked. Them niggas will say anything about Cardi. And then you got LeBron fans, Bron sexuals. Like, it's literally a sexuality called Bron sexuals. Like, come on now. It's just so bad. And it is what it is. But me personally, I can't idolize no celebrity. That can't be me.
He didn't care what anybody had to say about him or his music. So to his fans, that created a much cooler energy around it, and in a sense a bond, because a lot of people hide their true selves due to fear of judgment from others. So to them, Carti's music is therapeutic in a form of self-expression. And then on top of that, just like Duke, he doesn't give the public much access to him. And as I said, there's value in scarcity. Real. So when people want more of him and they can't get it directly because he doesn't do many interviews, he doesn't post often, they pay very, very close attention to his art. So anytime he drops, which is very rare, regardless of however good the project is, regardless of whatever he got going on behind the scenes, good or bad, it does crazy numbers. Him not giving a fuck forces the world to.
Relax, double.
This right here, you see this shit? This is level 10 dick riding. Like it's levels to this. You can go from level 0 to level 10. This is level 10 dick riding. Let me show. Let's play back what this nigga was doing. We gonna bring it back to the slow mo, like how I was doing back in the day. You feel me? How I used to be back in the day, slow mo and shit. Yeah, you feel me? Yeah. We're gonna do 25 just for the fucks of it. Okay.
Forces the world to.
Okay. You see the mouth open? This is a play-by-play. We're doing a play-by-play. B-Man presents. Mouth wide open. Eyes kind of wide, you know? You can tell his heart is beating through his chest. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna knock anybody from being excited or happy. Like one time I had seen Skilla Baby at the bank. I was walking in the bank handling my business, and I happened to see god damn, Rio. And I happened to see Skilla Baby. And I'm like, is that Skilla Baby? And then I kept on walking back, and then I looked at him again, and this time he had turned and looked at me. I'm like, huh? He probably in his head, he was probably just some fan or something like that. But I was looking at him and I was like, no, that can't be Skilla Baby. Then I looked again. I'm like, oh shit, that is Skilla Baby. Because when I was walking into the bank, I had seen a purple scat. I don't mean to be no snitch, Skilla. If you ever watch this video, my fault, man. But I had seen the scat and I'm like, oh, it's probably just a nigga. And guess who the nigga was? Skilla. And then I heard the money counter. So I'm like, oh, this nigga pulling out a big wad of cash. And when he walked out, the security guard was like, oh shit. Oh, you know, that's a Skilla Baby, right? The rapper, Skilla Baby. He a drug rapper. To some lady, she was like, oh man, these rappers and these names. But anyways, back to what I was saying. You could tell his heart was thumping through his chest. But when I seen Skilla Baby, I wasn't on no fan shit. I was like, oh shit, that's Skilla Baby. See, me, I could treat people as regular people, but a lot of people treat celebrities and put them on pedestals like they're gods. Like this nigga Dabo, for example. You see what he's doing? Hands on his chest and shit. That's dick riding. You see how his mouth is open and he's too interested and too invested? That's dick riding. Painted black nails. Crazy. Bro, and then he's jumping up and down like a bitch. This is what the hoes do. You making niggas look bad. Shaboing boing. Get the dick out your mouth. Tongue action too. Cheesing hard. W Cardi though for giving him a hat. And a lot of niggas will sit here and act like this is okay for levels of dick riding.
On the opposite side of this tool of not giving a fuck, you can also use consistent output of giving a fuck to mix with not giving a fuck. A lot of people's problem actually is that they are too nonchalant. Sometimes while trying to look cool and sought after, you neglect actually building yourself into a point where that is so. People these days don't want to form connections with other artists. They don't want to connect with the little fans they already got because they're so caught up.
See what he said? That's why I said earlier in the video, you have to not give a fuck, but you have to care enough. You have to care. See, in life, honestly, you have to care about things, but you have to care about certain things just enough. You have to pour into the cup just enough. Like in this case, and not giving a fuck, especially if you want to be a celebrity or anything like that. You have to pour in the water in the cup just enough. Don't fill it up. Just fill it up just enough. And when you start getting that traction, you fill it up some more. You don't overfill it. You never overfill your cup. And other things and other environments and other skills, maybe you want to overfill your cup. But in certain things, especially like this, you don't want to try too hard. Because when you come off too much as a try hard, that shit gets corny. And when you come off too hard as a try hard, niggas start hating you. And you want to... And what I found out on the internet, based off of how a lot of people are, it's better to be hated on the internet than loved on the internet. Because when you're hated on the internet, you're loved way more. 2 to 3 times as hard versus when you're loved. Because now that you're loved, you're going to be hated. So all my WWE fans, prime example, when you're the baby face, they only love you for so long till they hate you. But when you're a heel, they hate you, but they start loving you and they love your heel where it's like, you're such a villain, but I love it. And it's just a cycle that it's really a cycle that just repeats itself. You either live a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain. And in most cases, you want to see yourself become a villain. You don't want to die a hero. Dying a hero is a bitch way to go out in most things in life, honestly.
Up in this mindset of looking like they don't care when they actually do care. People these days don't even want to be seen trying to do.
Now that shit was just corny and ill. That was just some ill shit right there. I seen that clip on TikTok. He was trying to act cool and nigga, you wasn't aura farm. You looked corny. And your hoodie is tied around your neck. You're cooked.
Anything because they are scared of failing in front of others. You won't go and try to talk to that girl because you're scared she'll reject you. You won't even try to post that video on YouTube because you're scared people at your school will find it and laugh at you. You won't try to make music because you're scared it'll sound bad. And funny enough, when you think about all these people who try to act nonchalant and don't seem like they're trying, who really cares more? The person trying to act like they don't care out of fear of what everyone else thinks? Or
bro, that phone call shit.
the person that does whatever they want despite who's watching and what they got to say. Ultimately, when
the thing with not caring is you have to not care and not give a fuck while doing whatever it is you want to succeed in life. Like I said, I can't stress it enough. You have to not give a fuck while giving a fuck. Like if you want to be the best basketball player, you have to not give a fuck about what people are saying. Take in the constructive criticism, but don't give a fuck what they're saying. Because the more hate you get, eventually it's going to turn into love. And when you accomplish more, you have more bragging rights. And then you can start saying, oh, look at what I did, or something like that. Now more people's going to get riled up. You want to get the hate so long that you turn it into love. You eventually want to turn the hate into love. And eventually that love is going to go back to hate. And then the hate is going to go back to love. It's just a never-ending cycle. Just like a recycling bin. It just recycles over and over and over and over again. So you honestly just have to take the world, not give a fuck. Put it in God's hands, not give a fuck about the rest, and do what it is that you got to do, honestly.
Learn how to mix not giving a fuck about what others say while mixing giving a fuck about something like your art, your purpose. You can attract the realities you desire, the results, and people included. But it all starts with the decision to move forward with whatever you want despite what's standing in front of you. So get back to your natural state of not giving a fuck. Guys, I have a whole playlist for videos like this, the art of, the power of.
Right, I ain't gonna lie, I may have to watch some more of your videos. Your videos is entertaining as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you. But anyways, that's pretty much the video, the first video being back. If this is the first video I post, because I'm gonna start doing something new, like I said. I'm gonna probably explain it more in a different video. But long story short, I'm gonna start recording more videos at once so I can start uploading them and pushing them out here, because I gotta get this channel back popping. If y'all look at the views for low subscriber count, we was doing a little some. But then we stopped, and we stopped for years on top of that. So honestly, this channel might either be dead or close to dead, but we're gonna bring it back. I promise you that. Honestly, I didn't done this YouTube shit enough. Y'all seen on my gaming channel, I would take long breaks, and then I would come back, still get views, take a break, come back, take a break, come back, take a break, come back. Honestly, like I said, I'm on my I don't give a fuck shit. If I get 5 views on this video, 2 views on the next one, 30 views on that one, I don't give a fuck. Come on. We're going to keep on doing this shit, because eventually I already know the algorithm. Like I said, I'm doing my research. I know how to make this shit even funner, better, litter, and more entertaining. Come on now. But anyways, I'm glad y'all stayed for the video. If y'all did, be sure you like and subscribe. Like I said, y'all always going to get my raw, unfiltered opinion on any and everything. All my videos are real, live, authentic. I have no reason to fake my videos. I have no reason to lie. Y'all always gonna hear what it is I got to say. But with that being said, I'll see y'all in another video. But that's all, chat. I'm out. Peace.